Happy 2026, everybody. Welcome to Rob Loves Arguing. It's a new year, and we've already, before we recorded our first podcast, have had an entire regime change war. I sit here on January 5th, and I think literally by the time this podcast airs next Monday, most people will be bored of talking about our first regime change war of 2020. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I should have been. That's not festive enough for.
That's for a Venezuelan.
Yeah. They got rid of Maduro. Yeah, Nicolas Maduro. I just watched a BBC video on this.
Yeah.
So now I don't want to Americify his name. Maduro. You got to really fucking,
Get into it.
you got to sexy it up a little bit.
It's Maduro.
Yeah. There
Maduro,
you go.
which sounds like a beer.
It sounds like a beer.
Maduros.
Or a Mexican children's boy band. It feels like there would be interchangeable. Like 20 years later, we would be like, oh, that big Latin star. And they'd be like, do you know he started in Maduro?
Right. And he was molested by a guy who was later killed by his kids.
Yes. Yeah. It is funny that they say that a lot of people are claiming that he only did this in Venezuela with Trump. We should use proper names. To distract from the Epstein list. And it is funny to then go of Maduro is the name of a kid group that molest, and then also he did this to. Anyways, I don't know. I thought I had a fun connected dots thing. But so it is whatever. I'm gonna come straight forward. I haven't watched a lot on this. I don't even know if there was a lot to watch on it. I saw some bombs.
They have there's stuff to watch on the non-traditional media because there'll be a guy who broke down the whole tactical part of it.
Got it. Okay.
And then I watched a lot of
Sean
trigonometry.
Patrick or Sean Ryan or some shit like that.
That might be the guy.
Yeah, I feel like it's something like Ryan Patrick maybe. I don't know. It's some circular pattern of those three names, I think.
Yeah. And then, the other guy that's not Constantine on trigonometry, I forgot, is half Venezuelan, so he's really up on it.
Okay. I don't even know what you're talking about.
You never watched trigonometry?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's two British guys.
Okay.
And they're former comics that got
out.
They got serious.
Okay.
They're like, hey, we're just doing a YouTube channel where we talk about important topics type of thing.
They made a Dave Smith pivot.
Yes, but harder. And actually, you can watch disagreements between one of the guys and Dave Smith about Israel a lot.
Fun. I'm sure he did really well.
They didn't hate on each other. They disagree with each other fervently. Two Jews hating on each other, but in a nice way.
They call it Thanksgiving where I'm from.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the guy who argues with Dave Smith, he's kind of the more popular one. His name's Constantine. But the second guy is also a former comic. Maybe he does comedy once in a while, but he's half Venezuelan, so he's really covering this. Yeah.
So, in your proud Guyanese household, how do you? Because you're somewhere over there.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
Yeah,
my dad's country is neighbors with Venezuela.
Okay.
In fact, there's strife between the two countries because there's disputed land. Not really.
And I'm sure it's great land.
I'm
sure it's really worth whatever the bickering's about.
It wasn't. It wasn't until they discovered oil.
Got it.
Then
got it. So. And, I don't think either of you got to worry about that anymore.
No. I'm sure there's some Guyanese on that border going,
Yeah. Well, how's Guyana's relationship with America?
Good.
Okay.
You
You never hear about you guys coming up here with drugs and taking jobs?
No, we're not I can't speak to America as much, but in Toronto, the Guyanese are not known for taking people's jobs. They do low-end jobs in general. There's some industrious ones, but mostly low-end jobs. But there's not enough of them to really worry about it too. They're not a millions population.
I don't know how many Hondurans do we have, but you hear
about it.
You know what I mean?
But that's because we're
Salvadorians. sound bad, but for some reason, Guyanese, you guys don't have stink on you for some reason.
Yeah, we're also not Spanish, and the U.S. cares about Spanish.
Got it.
You
so
know?
what the fuck are you?
Well, like my dad were of Indian descent. They took ever heard that like indentured laborers thing?
Sure. Yeah.
That's what my family history were.
So okay. So what? So England did that?
Yeah, England took Indians. So what happened? The short history is there's a bunch of black people in Guyana too. That's the two high populations: Indians and former Africans. Right.
Okay.
They took Africans there as slaves, and they said, "Do this work," and then the British colonies and Britain abolished slavery, and then the people over there, the slavers, were like, "Oh fuck, all right, what's the next cheapest thing to slavery? Indians."
Yeah.
And then they brought Indians over and paid them very little.
Damn. So so Canadians, we're basically just doing the same thing.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
It is what we just stole so much from Home Depot and Canadian Tire today because everyone, like, Indians being a customer service fine is, but
it's a great trail off.
But like Home Depot and Canadian Tire, you occasionally need like actual help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need something beyond help. And there's nothing to be found, man, in a Home Depot as far as like any help at all. Mm-hmm. So we're reinforcing the stage for this weekend shows, and we went to go get the plywood for it, and they just couldn't figure out, like, we did the like self-checkout, but for something that big, they got to come do it or whatever. And then they couldn't figure out the barcode thing. So then I walked back over, and I was going to lie about what piece of wood, because I was already like, well, she can't figure out the barcode. She's not going to know the difference between 3/4 inch and a 1/2 inch plywood. So I already had the cheaper picture fucking ready to load up.
Yeah.
But by the time she was back, I got back, it had already been whatever. But then just a bunch of other stuff was missed, and we were just like,
whatever, we're just walking.
Yeah. It was a good discount.
Yeah, I'm not a big advocate of stealing.
Yeah.
But you made a mistake and didn't notice, and I just had to walk out.
Yeah.
I go the other way on that. Big advocate of that.
Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? This shit's already insanely expensive anyways. So it's like, this is just what it should be.
Yep.
We're just paying what it should be. But it is just like, you're not, and that is exactly what that type of stealing is. That is just like, I didn't go to steal.
No.
Like, I didn't show up going, we're going to need to steal about half of this. You know what I mean? Like, you show up going, I'm going to pay for all this dumb bullshit. And then eventually you're just like, well, there's nobody here. Nothing's happening. Nobody's asked me any questions. I haven't gotten any help. So this is what you would have saved money by hiring. And listen, I'm sure there's lots of Indian guys who could give a shit.
Yeah.
They just weren't there today. You know what I mean? They just don't have anyone who gives a shit. No one gives a fuck. And the fact that you're hiring people who don't give a fuck, whatever, and it's the wage. It's not that they're Indian. It's that you're hiring people for minimum wage to go work at a specialized department store. Walmart's fine. I don't have any in-depth questions about my underpants. You know what I mean? But like, I need to know about a screw or whatever. I need to know some shit. So I'm just going to steal the screws because they might be wrong.
Yeah, we did used to believe that Home Depot, and there's probably other places, but Home Depot was like the last bastion of you have to hire knowledgeable people.
You just got to.
Or make them knowledgeable.
Yes. Sit them. What happened to a training seminar? Has there been a training seminar since 1992? Do we not? No one does anything. Anyway, so I just want everyone to know, when you perform here, you're performing on stolen land. We have to do a land acknowledgement before every show for the wood we took from Home Depot. So just a little thing to
Well, you can call out the specific Home Depot.
Yeah, sorry.
That'll be our land acknowledgement.
Yeah. Well, hold on. What's the statute of limitations on stealing wood?
All right, we can fake
I'll say it's the one in Etobicoke. Check the cameras.
Sure. Yeah.
But anyways. So Maduro's gone. This is what I've been doing. This is like, it really is amazing. So many people are so condescending, especially in our world, right? Because comics has got time. Like, people are always impressed by how much I know, and I'm like, if you knew how much time I had to know this stuff. So like, once you have a thing that you're kind of working on for a bit, you're like, yeah, I don't know, man. The Venezuelan guy got taken. It is what it is.
Right.
You know, like I didn't have time to fucking sit down and watch a video on the trigonometry of the fucking stealing Maduro. You know, I had enough time leading up to it to kind of understand what was going on there. People that are like, I love the people that are like the knee jerk. Let's go through the knee jerk reactions to the situation first. It's about oil, of course, is the initial knee jerk reaction to things. And there was an uncredited Venezuelan had a great quote that was, people keep saying that America is only here for the oil. And to that I say, what do you think the Russians and the Chinese were here for? It's like, like everyone that keeps coming here to do shit is probably here for the oil. They're not here because they love. It's probably not. Sorry. End of quote. They're not here for the recipe for arepas.
Yeah. What is an arepa?
I think it's probably if I had to guess, sort of. Do you know what a pupusa is?
Yes.
I imagine it's fairly pupusa-ish.
It's in the pupusa family. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I think is one of the, if not the singular, most underrated South American food.
It's up there.
They fucking rule, and they're kind of difficult to find. Kensington Market now all of a sudden has them pop up, but generally speaking, not around a whole lot. El Salvadorian food. It's not. Or do you guys claim that? Am I?
No.
What is your food? Bananas?
No, it's confusing because Guyana is closer surrounded by countries like Venezuela. Yeah. Culturally, we're more like the Caribbean, so we're very if you know anything about Trinidad, a lot of it is applicable to Guyana. Okay. There's a bunch of Indians, there's a bunch of Africans. Rihanna is part Guyanese.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, her mom is Guyanese.
Okay.
So it's like, you hit the main Indian stuff like curries and stuff like that. But similar to Jamaica has curries and stuff like that. Yeah. And then...
So a jerk spot is basically kind of where... Like if you were going to try to...
We don't do jerk.
Okay, why is that? What happened there? Some sort of dictator?
Jerk... this is going to bore people.
Chairman Jerk. That's actually where the term jerk came from. He was such a jerk.
I believe that jerk is connected to the Native Americans of Jamaica.
Okay.
So they had it.
Jamaicans, we call them, I thought. No.
Well,
I guess, I know.
they're Lee Fernandez-y looking,
Yeah, I guess I don't even know what a fucking Jamaican that's not an African looks like.
Yeah, they look like Mayans and stuff like that.
Poor guys. No one thinks of them at all.
No, even in Guyana, they have like words for them that aren't meant
so
to
do
be
we.
kind. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I think everyone's got words for them. That is wild to think. When you think of a Jamaican, you think of the blackest guy. And that's not what a Jamaican is.
Yeah. The whole Caribbean, all those islands, they had these native Mayan-y looking guys. A lot of them, there's like different tribes, like the Arawak and something, I forget. There's a few. I used to know some of them. And
personally?
That's
personally?
No, I've only met one ever, and only because my uncle told me. He's like, hey, your uncle over there? He wasn't really my uncle, family friend.
Yeah.
He told me he had like some native-y into him.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't use that word. They used a different word.
Sure.
It's not really offensive. I can probably say it. It's buck. I don't know what.
Buck?
Yeah, they call them buck people, but there's probably something racist about that.
I think that you could probably, because this is an English podcast, say a lot of slurs in other languages without us being demonetized.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they would catch them. Then, like, because what do you do? Because, like, in Chinese, nigga, like, they just say that crazy. Like, that's all over the fucking place. So, like, what, are you going to demonetize every fucking Chinese person that ever existed?
Some are also just not, they're not offensive to the people, too. Like, that didn't carry for everything. My dad's people, my people, or whatever they're called. You heard the word coolie before, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the Caribbean, that's what they refer to people who are Indian descent specifically.
Okay.
It's a coolie guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Depending on the Caribbean countries, some of them find it somewhat offensive, but generally not. And you can call someone that, and they're not like, oh my god,
Coolie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, is Coolie have a different application here, or is it generally we would use Coolie for the same thing here? Because I thought Coolie was also black.
Technically, I think the term, it was like an English term for like laborer or something.
Okay.
So they even called like some Chinese people who were working on the railroads, like the coolies over there.
Could I just start calling people Coolie that are doing work?
Technically, but it's supposed to be derogatory, I guess.
Okay. It sounds awesome.
If you're in Guyana and you see like an Indian guy and you're like, hey.
What's up, my Coolie?
Yeah. They'd be like, yeah, hey. They call you white boy probably, but
sick. Yeah. That's nice. All right. Yeah, but we don't. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys seem safe from invasion. Are you guys like fine? I like that this episode has become entirely a lesson on Guyana.
There's nothing I love more than a Venezuelan episode to turn. So we're fine. This goes back to what you asked about. Is the Americans are highly involved in Guyana and the oil discovery there.
Got it. So you've been co-opted enough that you're gonna be left alone.
Yes, like even when Venezuela and Maduro were like, hey, that's our land. It was supposed to be our land. We're going to take it.
Yeah.
Guyana doesn't really have an army to defend themselves.
I assumed it wasn't Guyana sticking up for herself.
No. It was the British, the Americans, and the Canadians who kind of get involved like, hey, mind your fucking business. Exxon Mobil's over there.
Well, and that was another part of this. So getting back to Venezuela, though, and then we'll jump back to Guyana again. But is like what people, it's funny when something like this happens. Nobody complains when a country puts sanctions on people. Like sanctions are such a funny word to use, right? Because it doesn't strike you in your like emotional core, right? But realistically, what kills more people ultimately? Like if you're talking innocent civilians. Now, I just, before the episode started rolling, looked up the number of casualties in this, and it was 40. 40. That is, I'm not to be glib to the 40 people that lost their lives, most of which who spent their lives protecting a dictator. So not the finest necessarily, folks. Who knows? You got to pay a student debt down. You never know what job you might take, but 40 lives is pretty impressively low in that situation. If that means they lift sanctions on Venezuela, probably how many lives a day? Let's see if chat has any. We'll go to our favorite segment, Ask ChatGPT a question. When America puts sanctions on a country, is there an estimate of how many lives a day that might cost the country? I'm on the podcast. Be fucking cool. I understand there's no hard answer. I'm not going to sue you. Just give me something. You really got to this is another problem with ChatGPT that's coming is that it's getting afraid of litigation too much. It's now
I've heard that.
This again, not to go back to my episode about free speech in Canada versus America, but that's what happens, man. In America is they'll sue you for fucking everything. So as much as you think you have this singular answer machine now, there is no single number. Yes, I get it. The honest estimate said like a human. Bombs, they count excess mortality, high end, worst case, hundreds of additional deaths per. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Well, for something that was being cautious in the first place, the low end estimate is sanctions like Iraq in the 90s and Venezuela. Wow. Okay. Well, that really helps my case. Low end estimate, it kills about 100 people per day. We killed 40 people in that airstrike.
Yeah. So we saved
60 people.
We saved
you
60.
Literally, Trump's airstrike saved 60 people that day if sanctions are lifted. Like that. But honestly, though, you got to think about that. People don't look at things like sanctions. Hey, listen. And if you want to make this argument to the left, all right, things like Cuba, which I know now Trump is going and saying he's going to take Cuba now too and shit. But anyways, but if you look at something like Cuba, what is the argument when conservatives want to point to Cuba and say Cuba didn't work as an excuse for why socialism or communism doesn't work? What is the actual, the grown-up answer? There's sanctions, of course. Of course, it doesn't, whether communism and socialism works or not, Cuba is not the answer to that question because America has imposed so many sanctions on it. When you have the number one global consumer economy sanctioning you, you're not going to work. It doesn't matter if you're the most left-wing country or the most right-wing country. You don't work. You're sanctioned to death.
What's interesting about this case, and this is, I was listening to a guy, so this is, technically I have not proofread this, but Cuba has more sanctions than Venezuela, right? Venezuela is still economically and in every way how the people are doing worse than Cubans. That's how bad Maduro was.
And you could argue that's an argument for Cuba's system. So the left, if you want in this, while you're listening to this, because I know I still have some liberal people who listen to me, and I'm few, but anyways, if you need something to bring you over to this to make you feel more comfortable about this, understand what sanctions do, guys, and use Cuba as your example of what sanctions can do to a country. And there's a bajillion more examples, but sanctions fucking kill people. Okay, use Gaza for an example. Why do we think when people who support Israel go, hey, but October 7th and whatever, you go, yeah, but the people who did October 7th were living in an open air prison of your creation. When the argument now is people will be like, well, why was there no Israelis allowed in Gaza? It's why would they want to be there? They're purposely sanctioning the place into oblivion. Of course there isn't. If they wanted to be there, guess what there would be? Them there. If they really wanted. Ultimately, they'd say, we're allowed to go here now. And then they'd go. But they don't want to go because they've destroyed the fucking place. Who the fuck wants to go? So, So, the sanctions being gone right away, already a net positive. And this isn't a complete endorsement of what happened. I don't like regime change wars. Let the fucking Venezuelan people do it themselves. But the problem is no one ever does anything themselves. There's a CIA fucking secret coup, and
every time.
You know what I mean? Navalny, remember Navalny? You know that name? He was the guy that was supposed to help Russia, and then he died mysteriously in fucking prison, and it's yeah, but he also fucking hated gay people until he visited America, and we gave him a talk about how if you just start telling everyone you don't hate gay people anymore, we can probably make you president and we'll kill the other one and whatever. That's what he was for.
There is one revolution that was completely within.
Sure. And now that country has done terrible ever since. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. We all know what we're talking about. And now we still get involved in regime change wars there now too. But yes, that put a curse on the country of Haiti that God hates Haiti. That is an indistinguishable fact.
I mean, not sanctions exactly, but some would argue the money that France forced them to pay for years after. And different stuff France is still doing over there.
Yeah.
Still caused a bunch of problems, and now that's where they are.
How many people live in Haiti? And I know that probably fluctuates daily depending on the weather, but give me an estimate. What would it cost to just shut Haiti down? You know what I mean? Not even shut it down. Because let's be honest, we would never do that completely. How could about $1 billion? 11 million people.
Wow.
Okay. So 11 million in the country of Haiti. Think about how cheap it would be to just close up shop, give everybody a coupon to move here, and then you could just turn it into an all-year resort. A full... Have you ever been to African Lion Safari in Hamilton?
Of course, a million
times.
So
if for the people at home that aren't familiar, African Lion Safari is about what it sounds like. You can drive around and monkeys will play in your car and rip your fucking windshield decal off or whatever. And I once saw a llama orgy at African Lion Safari.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, a full just you were driving through and you're like, wow, that is just 4 llamas pounding each other out. But they should make Haiti an African Lion Safari. You know what I mean? It should just why do people have to live there? There's no way besides a small handful that would be resistant and stay, most of them would leave if you offered them a good deal. Africa.
1,000 exotic birds and animals roaming wild. Come face to face with lions.
Visit Haiti. Yeah. I mean, that guy was probably Haitian that did the voiceover.
Yeah, something I look back is they used to get like, if you watch kids shows, sometimes they'd be like, look at this African guy, and then he would have like a West Indian, like Jamaican accent.
Yeah,
it's really funny.
Yeah. He's just black. It's fine. We really, and think about how many different resorts you could turn it into, because you could turn it into, you could have like a spooky, voodoo-y resort. Yes.
This is the saddest thing about Haiti is people don't realize this. Haiti and the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Same place.
Yeah, so just make it all Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
But I mean, call it Haiti, though, because it would be cool. I'd rather visit Haiti than the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic to me sounds, that's where people go. People visit the DR and whatever.
Yeah.
People don't visit Haiti. You would get so what you have to attract first. Again, first you have to move 11 million people out, but fine, whatever. We can do that. So and just find a nice other country to move them to or whatever. We'll just pay to transplant them.
Guyana only has, I just looked it up, 800,000. So we got space.
So great deal. We already have a connection with you guys. You're basically already probably like our military outlet. Actually, honestly, a lot of those airstrikes probably came from Guyana.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If America probably has a military base there.
Yeah, for sure there is. Yeah, but I just realized what makes more sense is Haitians send them to French Guyana, which is like 2 countries over to the
amazing
left if you're looking from Canada, and they're black people
to the left if you're looking. From Canada.
If you're looking down,
I got it.
Yeah, and they're black people.
Yeah,
mostly.
Okay,
they're very similar to Haitians. I don't want to be insulting to those people culturally. I have no idea, but they're black people who speak French.
Yeah.
In the general
Good
area.
enough for me.
Yeah.
Thierry Henrys, we call them.
Yes, that's right.
I've always called them Thierry Henrys.
You kind of look like a white Thierry Henry.
That's fair. I'll take that.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah. This is the second time today I've discussed mid to early 2000s French soccer.
Oh, really?
We were having a Zinedine Zidane conversation. You could also argue I sort of look like.
Yeah. He's got a bigger head. If you look back at pictures of him, he has the skull of a fucking
and he put it right
elephant
through that fucking Italian chest.
Piece of shit. Fuck him. I was watching at that time.
I was still watching. So that was my entire history. They won the World Cup, and I'm supposed to be French or whatever. So I was like, cool. That's the first team I ever cheered for during a thing that won a thing. And then the next one being the headbutt, I was like, sick. And I was done with soccer. After the headbutt, I was like, I'll never enjoy a soccer moment as much as that. That's as close to soccer we'll get to what I like. Let's call it a day. I never watched another soccer game my whole life. Like, not a full soccer game ever again.
Yeah. Some of them are good.
I'm sure they're fine. I'm just not going to dig through the weeds.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. How's Guyana's soccer team?
They don't have one. Not a famous one.
Jesus Christ.
They might technically.
I'm sure they have one.
Maybe they technically have it, but they're
not. Probably got a bobsled team by now.
They're more cricket people.
Sure.
They're big. They get a lot of players into the West Indian national team. There's a big team for them.
Would French Guyana be a separate country in like the Olympics and shit?
Oh, then Guyana? Like British? Yeah. It's all separate. It's just what they ended up naming it.
Wait, why is it 2 countries over? What's in the fucking middle?
It used to be 3. So in the middle is Suriname, right? Suriname used to be Dutch Guyana. It was 3 of them. They were the Guyanas. We were British Guyana, Dutch Guyana to our right, and then French Guyana.
So what happened? Why is it Suriname now?
I don't know. Maybe they were like, fuck the Dutch Guyana and fuck the Dutch. We want to be Surinamese. I don't know.
Surinamese.
There's probably a history to that.
That's probably, maybe that was like is that like the name of the indigenous culture there maybe or some, well, I guess it would be Guyanese, right?
I'd have to look it up. But even Guyana used to be British Guyana, and then they got their independence, and they just call themselves Guyana.
Yeah.
Piece of shit France. Land of our ancestors.
Yeah.
They're still holding on to ownership or like some connection. There's some connection there.
Yeah. Do we work Haiti into the name of the new country? Do we call it like French Guyana, Haiti Guyana? Do we just take the French?
You could call it I Haiti Guyana.
Yeah. Haiti Guyana. But yeah, resort. It's all resort, different theme resort, different whatever. And then like, because they will have enough money to protect from the weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
whatever hurricane's going to hit it. Is it just in, like, Hurricane Alley? Like, what is the problem?
Yeah, I mean, it's twofold. It's the hurricane was just a random, separate from all their problems thing that happened. Basically, a hurricane hit the already one of the poorest countries in the world, which maybe is an argument for God doesn't exist. And then,
I think it's an argument that God hates Haiti, but...
well, that's either way.
Yeah.
You could take that either way. But then the other side of it is just basically gangs took over the country, and now it's a set of territories of gangs. They technically have a leader, but that leader has to listen to the gangs and stuff like that. So they're like fully gang run, from what I understand.
So we could take Haiti and so fast if we want. I mean, if Trump's doing that to Venezuela, he could take Haiti in a second.
Yeah. Interesting plug for somebody else. There's this podcast I listened to called Other People's Lives.
Yeah.
And it was all about a humanitarian guy who was in Haiti and then got kidnapped for 42 days, ransomed and tortured. Yeah.
Sick. All right. The Clintons are already...
Oh, I'm sure
so
they're doing
deep
something.
into that lady. Yeah, the Clintons. Look up the Clintons in Haiti. Yeah, give me a little while we're on the subject of regime change wars. Give me one of our favorite stewardess of of the world.
She is. I mean, I cannot wait for a documentary about Hillary Clinton, like a negative documentary. And it's not that I fucking hate her. I was never one of those people.
Yeah,
but I'm a left-wingy guy, and couldn't have been more clear that she has connections to a lot of evil.
Yeah, and also just what an unlikable lady. And I hate that they keep doing this to ladies, like, because I think ladies really do internalize this idea that, like, we just won't let them be president. And it's like, nah, guys, we genuinely don't care. Like, it's not, we don't give a shit, you're ladies. It's just, we just keep being put forward. Yeah. The most awful fucking lady you've ever met in your goddamn life is like the only one we'll ever pick for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop giving us these awful fucking ladies. I'll vote for Tulsi Gabbard all goddamn day.
Yeah.
All goddamn day.
She's tarnished, though, I think.
A little. No, I mean, she could never do it now. Too associated with it. I mean, I guess she maybe saw that as her pivot. She should have stayed in the Bernie lane. I understand she already had appeal to conservative. She didn't really need to, like, join the team.
I agree.
You know, like, she was like fine. And I don't like, she's still been okay. She rattles the right cages. It's not like she's just full bore team now. But
but she got connected to some of why the Epstein files aren't being released, like, stuff.
Yeah. Which is probably, I don't even think fair.
No, I'm not saying it's fair.
Like,
but if we're just talking about tarnishing, that has nothing to do with fair.
Yeah. So she's probably over. What's the next? I still think my Ro Khanna bet is pretty solid for who the next nominee will be for the Democrats. I think it's going to be too hard to keep Ro Khanna down. But, so we're going to move Haiti. Anyways, and like that, so it's very hard, I guess, to get particularly worked up about this when my stance is we should literally offer everybody free breakfast to leave Haiti. But, you know, sanctions are bad. Like, I'm not saying regime change wars are good, but if they're going to be really quick and stuff, at least we have regime change wars. Like, it's like let's remember Libya for a minute.
Land of unconfirmed reports. Yes, we came, we saw, he died. Did it have anything to do with your visit? No, I'm sure it did.
I'm sure it did.
That's hilarious.
It's like, so that it was the lady, and like I was a sexist for not wanting to like, and the point being, not to rehash that was the left, like that was Democrats, that was Syria. Like, Libya is an open air slave market now. Like, that's not, listen, and if Venezuela becomes an open air slave market after, I'll be like, now even. But like right now, I have a very hard time believing the left's condemnation of this when they've been fine with regime change wars. Obama did like 3 regime change wars. Like, and I know that they didn't go boots on the ground and whatever, but again, it's like, what do we fucking care about that ultimately? Again, sanctions kill 100 people a day. What do we fucking care if we're just there? Like, we shouldn't be, but we shouldn't be bombing them. We shouldn't be sanctioning. We shouldn't be doing fucking anything with any of them unless we absolutely have to. And in the most absolutely have to situation, this is kind of it. Like, and I still don't think you should have done it, but this is about as had to do it as you get.
So do you want to know the sell point of the sell by American standards, if they want to make this sound good, why they did it? The argument is technically Maduro was allowing terrorist groups to train within Venezuela, and Trump, forget Trump. Yeah. The Americans are like, dude, like, you know, I know we don't really like you too much and you don't like us, but I thought we were kind of cool. What the fuck is going on? That's the sell. Whether that is true or not, I heard a Venezuelan guy say it, but I don't know if it's true.
See, why does it even have to be? Like, this is what I don't get anymore is that, like, what are the sells for these now? Like what? No one's going to buy that. No one gives a shit. You can just train anywhere.
Oh, it's Hezbollah. I just remembered the name.
I mean, probably even more ridiculous. I doubt there was a lot of Hezbollah training. And regardless, do you know how much open land they got over there? They got lots of jungle gyms and space to train. You know what I mean? Like, they don't exactly need Venezuela to get their fucking workouts in. So, like, I find that silly. Why can't it just be that they wanted to get rid of a guy now? Like, it used to just be that you were like, hey, a lot of people are suffering over there. Let's go get rid of a guy. That's actually a liberal thing to do. That used to be a left-wing policy. Mm-hmm. Hey, we have things. There's another country suffering. We're the interventionist party. Like, that's what that was. Like, everyone's actually kind of in the right place until what Trump just did. Like, we've gone through this cycling. Like, I read this great book called What's Left, which was about how after Reagan and with Reagan basically bringing like the Christian coalition in, changed politics because then they became that like conservatives cared about what you did in your bedroom
right.
because of things where that used to be more of a democratic thing and whatever. And if you actually look at like how these sides should go, yes, Democrats should be the ones that go, hey, these people are suffering under this guy, let's go fix it. And conservatives should be the ones that go, that's expensive sounding. And like that should be the way it works. And everything's gotten mixed up. But we don't need to do this, but my hair's not blown back by the entire situation.
Right.
Like, that's why I could continue working on some plywood and stealing some floor stain because like, it's just like, I don't know, man. And it's it's just of all of them. Like, do you know that people in Libya liked Gaddafi? They actually liked Gaddafi. I bet you,
I have no idea.
if you put all the Libyans in a room and put all the Venezuelans in a room and put them up to a lie detector test and go, how many of you actually liked your guy and how many of you didn't? I promise you, far more Libyans liked the fella that lady just laughed about killing, by the way, with a bayonet up his ass. I want you to know that laugh, do you know that?
Yeah.
That was a bayonet up the ass laugh. That wasn't just we bombed him laugh. That's the laugh of
If I hated a guy, now I can't say she has a reason to hate him.
Yeah, that would be strange.
But if somebody told me, who do I hate? No, I won't say that. But I'll tell you after.
All right.
But if someone told me that guy you hate got a bayonet up his ass, there might be part of me that goes, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But I doubt that she has this personal relationship with Muammar Gaddafi. That what, you know what I mean?
I bet she did have a personal relationship with Muammar Gaddafi in a positive way.
It would be hilarious to think that Hillary Clinton rammed the bayonet up his ass herself and then went after. Anyways, on the side, like, I don't know.
You know who's in charge of Venezuela now?
The vice president of Venezuela?
Yes, and I listened to something about this. Apparently, the reasoning was they did. This is what people say. They say the Venezuelan president Maduro was hated, right? So why then would Trump give power to the VP? Because he did give it, right?
Yeah.
And the reasoning was the fucking Bernie or whatever. No, it's more right wing, I guess. But whatever, the opposite person in the country, Trump was like, I like her, but she doesn't really have support of the people. And apparently what he meant is support of the military, or that's the rumor.
Yeah.
So Trump like had to go to the devil thing, whatever.
The devil, you know.
Yeah.
And listen, he's still whoever he picks is going to be a puppet, regardless. Like that's just saw what happened.
That's exactly what they're saying. He basically told her as such. Keep in fucking line, and I'll leave you there for now. And she said, "No problem, sir."
And listen, maybe you have to do it this way, right? Because we gave fucking Hugo Chavez cancer and pretended like we didn't kill him, and nothing got fixed.
Is there an Eazy-E style rumor about Hugo?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, really?
We killed Hugo Chavez. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, it's just we're in the era of nakedness now.
Yeah.
You know, like which is terrifying, quite frankly. I mean, just how naked everything is now. But that's why I'm even surprised. Like, why even bother with the fucking... They're training terrorist shit. Like, why even bother? Like, that's almost, honestly, you should all just say thank you that you even said it. You know what I mean? Like, thanks for even taking 15 minutes to come up with a lie. Because it's like trying to get these things now to even come up with a fucking lie anymore is just like, remember the fucking UFOs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what were they?
The blue spirals in the air? Or
you know, the fucking
or
drones.
The military ones.
The drones that were everywhere, right?
Yeah.
They just didn't even come up with a lie. They're just like, oh, they're not ours. Like, they didn't eat, like, Jesus Christ. Like, lie to me, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's at least a level of, like, respect in the lie. Like, I respect you enough to be like, I'm not just going to be like, yeah, there's drones and now there's not, and I'm not going to tell you why.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy, right? It's like Hugo Chavez, hey, you got cancer. I don't know. Like, that was like a level of respect. They went through the effort to pretend like they didn't do that.
Yeah, but it's easy now because all they have to do is there's the drones or there's the Hugo Chavez thing or whatever, Maduro. All they have to do is, hey, I know this is scary, but by the way, there's going to be another season of Stranger Things, so you want to pay attention to that.
Yeah. Wait, is there another season?
No, but I'm just saying that's all it would take for us to go.
Did they backpedal?
They should. It was
very... Was it bad?
It wasn't bad. It was mediocre. It was very mediocre. Acting, this is a really funny online thing that we can talk off podcast because it's not relevant.
Okay.
Is apparently if you hire kids when they're kids and then they become adults... Sometimes they become shitty actors.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
well, I mean, you could be fucking weird. Also, kids are shitty actors. And we just don't really care because they're kids.
They're kids and they're cute.
So it's like you can get through being... Well, let me guess. Is it the fucking fat curly one becomes
No.
He's
very
good?
positive reviews from... I'm not even talking about myself. From people online, he's positive reviews.
Okay.
And this is not a homophobic thing. But it's just that it's the gay one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is...
And the girl.
And, like, I did want to say, like... I didn't care enough. I saw a little chatter about like, you know, and like, no, people are not just being homophobic by saying they didn't like it. It's just, does everything have to? That's all that people are feeling. Is just, does everything have to? That's what they're trying to describe. You know, like they're not articulate enough to put it that way, but it's just, does everything have to? It's not, they're not like, we fucking hate Will now. He's fucking gay. Kill Will. Like, it's not, they're not going to Matthew Shepard Will from Stranger Things because whatever. They're just like, dude, it's a show about a bunch of kids fighting a demon in a mall. Does he have to be gay now? Like, what is the point? Why? And again, people will be like, oh, conservatives, why do they care about kids' sexuality so much? Why do you? Why does he need to be gay? Did it matter? Did you see? Does he suck the Demogorgon off? And that's what ends everything, is that the Demogorgon's balls were full and that was the whole problem?
It arguably, they may say, I've realized all this podcast, I'm always speaking for the they that no one knows.
Yeah.
But they say it matters because the argument is he wouldn't have been able to face the bad guy at the end if he wasn't able to come out of the closet and give up his fear. So it was like a let go of his fear thing, and that's the argument.
Fine, he's gay. Whatever. Like, I don't even hate that. That's fine with me. It just, I get it though. I understand. Like the people who are mad that he's gay, I also understand you. Like, is that all right? Can I just be the bridge between, I get it, he's gay, and you're like, God, everything. And the rest of you, fine, they wrote it fine. It's a fine reason for him to be gay.
Yeah.
You know, it's he didn't have to sit on a bicycle with no seat, and that's how he fixed everything. Like, they found a fine reason for him to be gay, and I'm fine with that too. I don't care. I'm not going to watch it either way. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I stopped one season ago. It was enough for me. Thank you. I watch a lot, so I will watch this session again before I whatever. So
I think it's passable.
It was a fine show. I don't even hate it. There are shows I've perfectly enjoyed. I really enjoyed Mr. Robot up until I just decided to stop watching it one day. I think I got into season 3 somewhere and just went, I don't know.
I think that's the new thing too. There's so many shows that people are really like crazy about for like 2 seasons. And then I used to hear people say, oh, it fell off. Now people don't even say that. They just go, I don't know. I stopped watching.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah. It'll happen to this podcast. The millions of people that watch and listen to this podcast today, at some point they'll just stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're checking the numbers, we take down the old episodes, so the views look low. But the old episodes all are in the 100,000s, the millions. Rogan-y, not quite Rogan, but Rogan-esque numbers earlier. But
if they're wondering about the views, we repost the podcast every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Cool, because we're always the reason it took me so long to podcast and I don't write scripts and things is because there's a finality to it, right? Like I've always had a block in finishing scripts because like stand-up lives. Mm-hmm. I can change stand-up every night. I can make adjustments. It can always get better. It can whatever. Whereas a script, it's done. Once it's done, it's done. I know you can make edits, but once a thing is made, you've made it. What I love about this podcast is what you don't realize is that we actually take the old episodes down weekly and re-edit them to be fixed. So if you're wondering why they're like, man, Rob is always on the right side of fucking everything. I don't understand how he so like sees things so well. It's because yes, the views are low because we take the podcast down. We alter little things.
Yeah.
So it looks like I had the right take in the moment, and then we put the podcast back up. So we have a deal with YouTube where it allows us to make it look like the original date, but
it's edited.
It does take the views away because they didn't think it was fair if we could maintain our views.
Yeah, we treated it like that one Kanye album where he just kept re-uploading the same album with slight changes.
What was that, Jesus is King? Which one was
I can't remember which one, but
Okay.
I remember like you'd find out there's 13 tracks and there was 14, and then it would like you change it because you want to add stuff.
I hope he's okay. I feel like I feel like my dad feels about me, where if he doesn't hear from me for a little bit, he like gets worried. I'm like I haven't heard from Kanye for a bit. I'm like kind of worried. Like we don't need him to take too much NOS. You know what I mean? Like he is on concerning drugs. So I hope Kanye's okay. Kanye, if you're watching this, we're praying for you. Please come back to us. Say something crazy. The Jews thing's over. You got to move off the Jews now. Listen, you did it. Everybody hates Jews. Some would argue it was Bibi Netanyahu that caused this issue. Some would argue it was you. Some would throw Candace Owens in the ring. But regardless, you were ahead of the trend once again. Everyone hates Jews now. Congratulations. Pick something new and move on to that. Have you heard of coolies? That's a word that rhymes with a lot of stuff. I bet you could think of some pretty sick bars with coolie in it. So maybe it's time to start hating them.
I got some positive Kanye news if you want to hear it.
Please.
He spent the holidays with his family and Kim Kardashian as a blended family.
Wow.
Yep. There's pictures.
See, this is what this. By the way, I will say, I fully blame Pete Davidson. So I mean, Pete Davidson's insane. Pete Davidson got Kim Kardashian and his kids' initials tattooed on him. Like, I would also be texting threats to fucking Pete Davidson. If fucking, that's insane. You don't get your you're not even married to the lady. This is just some lady you're banging's kids. You got their fucking initials tattooed on your body. If I was Kanye West, I would have driven over and beaten you to death. Like, that's fucking nuts. You would have defended yourself with your big giant dick.
Yeah.
But regardless, which, by the way, have you seen this now that he's coming out and doing like I was only treated like a giant dick, like complainy fucking things. He's like complaining that he was treated like a giant dick.
I don't know. The only thing I never liked was the Louis story.
The what story?
The Louis C.K. story.
Yeah. That's all. The weed one.
Yeah.
Also, though, did Louis actually complain that he smoked weed? Because that's also kind of.
It's also never confirmed.
And also,
it's a one-sided story.
Yeah, you're not supposed to smoke weed in people's fucking dressing room. You know what I mean? Like, have a little fucking.
Yeah.
You know, isn't that what it was? Didn't he like smoke weed in the green room or some shit? And Louis like gave him a look or something. I forget exactly what the details were of that.
Yeah, he was Louis. Essentially, his argument from his side, Pete Davis, is that Louis complained that he was like. He first outed him as like, are you always fucking high or something? That was something along those lines. And then apparently he said something to what's his name, the Canadian guy who owns
Lorne Michaels.
Yeah,
who owns it?
Yeah, you know.
Who's the Canadian guy that owns SNL? God, you're never gonna make it in this business, Sanker.
I was a Mad TV guy.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
And no, I'm not. I'm 36, and
oh, Jesus Christ, I'm 39. Don't fucking do that to me.
Well, yeah, but you got a little more clout.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead, but you could close that gap in 3 years. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. But yeah, Lorne Michaels, rest in peace. But just seeing if
I just had a moment where I'm like, is he dead?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could visually get is he dead out of you, but you were pretty stoic about the whole thing.
No, I just disappeared into my own brain of trying to think, have I heard he's dead?
Yeah.
Will I act like I always knew?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
If people say something I don't know, I take a second to pretend like I know.
Yeah. Well, that harkens us back to your Fleetwood Mac CCR story, but okay, so is there anything else I need to know about, you said you are a 6 out of 10 on knowing stuff about Venezuela.
That's high for me.
Which was high for you, yes.
Yeah. Very low casualty operation.
Impressive.
This is the only other thing I remember is that the other thing the Venezuelan guy I listened to talked about it was that they kidnapped his wife too.
Yeah, that's odd.
It's not that odd because apparently his wife is Hillary Clinton-ish in that she's involved in things and she's secretly behind everything.
She's a little
and
Winnie
she
Mandela-ish.
loves torture. Yeah.
A bit of a Winnie on our hands.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
apparently she's way more hated in Venezuela than Maduro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe we do just hate women, but but anyways, and also it's kind of nice. Like if you're going to get kidnapped and extracted from your country, you'd like to keep your chick with you. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're next to each other. I think he's in prison, and I heard she's in like a hotel or something.
She gets a hotel?
That's what I heard, but I might be. Again,
ladies get treated so nice.
I could be wrong about that, and that could fall under the 4 out of the 10 out of the 6 out of the 10.
Yeah. Yeah, heard, understood, but
I lost myself. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Where are we at? We should try to wrap up a few things here, I feel like.
We got.
Do I have any? Okay. Let's see if we got any more notes.
Let's just say, and only if you're a comic, you'll get this. In your headlining set, I'm giving you the light.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We covered sanctions and whatever. Yeah, all right. I think that's about it. Do you think do we have NATO countries in South America yet? Like, would Guyana be a...
Okay, so here's the confusing. So Guyana, South America, so I guess you can't be in the...
Well, no, everyone could... We're putting fucking Ukraine in NATO. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no, NATO, that's what the intention of NATO was, but it's not what NATO is
fair
anymore.
Enough. Yeah, there probably is some... It's possible Guyana, but they might be too small. Like I said, they've got like 800,000 people. So but
that's almost kind of perfect in a way.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't want people... You know what I mean? Like, we're not in it for your folks.
Right,
We just
right.
kind of want a place for drones to live.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You're like, yeah, we just want to be able to attack things from your
From
country.
there. And Guyana would be the move for if you don't like any Spanish dictators in there.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they're the
yeah.
only English-speaking country in the entire
If
continent.
we had to remove any Pinochets,
Yes, yeah.
then we can,
Yeah. So it's only if you're an English-speaking country like America or England, Guyana is your place because they're the only ones who speak your language.
I could see you guys getting a little fucking. I hope you like NATO. Get a NATO jersey.
Yep.
Get put together because I could see you guys being part of the team soon.
Yep. Although an hour, I'm not even born there. But my dad's president, he was not happy about tariffs, so that was kind of a.
Yeah, but who was?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get over that. And then honestly, if you just join NATO, you probably get a break on tariffs. That's going to be how NATO works going forward. NATO's going to be like Costco, where it'd be like, well, if you join, there's you save a lot on tariffs. You gotta pay for the membership, but you can walk around, sample for the afternoon, and we're gonna give you a big fat discount on tariffs. I bet you that's gonna be part of the deal soon. That's my girl, Kennedy's brother, is in Latvia right now. Because, yeah, spoiler, Latvia, you're going to be part of NATO soon. I don't know how many of you know, but yeah, he's over there training them to be part of NATO. That's not what they're saying. But,
I see. This is
like,
a wink, wink.
You know, like, why did we just send a bunch of people to Latvia?
Right.
Why did we just send a bunch of Canadian armed forces to Latvia?
Well,
Come on.
Latvians, hate Russians. Hate them.
Some, but the ones that don't really don't.
I know some Latvians.
Yeah, but that's the same as Ukrainians.
Yeah.
Yes, do lots of Ukrainians hate Russia? Absolutely. Do some Ukrainians consider themselves Russia? Yeah. I was dating an Azerbaijani girl. Azerbaijan is a country that was part of the...
I know a lady. She's Jewish.
Okay. Yeah. So was the girl that I was dating.
Oh, okay.
And so Jewish Azerbaijanians, probably I would assume the same, do not consider themselves Azerbaijanian. They consider themselves Russian because Azerbaijan is a Muslim ethnic country, essentially a Muslim theocracy. So they don't call themselves Azerbaijan in her family.
The one I know, she confusingly considers herself Israeli, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Yeah, fair
she's a
enough.
big supporter.
Well, I mean, hey, listen. If there was a group of Israelis, I don't blame it's the Azerbaijanian ones because that country is probably not super inhabitable for them. Yeah, I think they're not terribly welcome in Azerbaijan. So, and listen, if Serge from System of a Down hates you, so do I. You know what I mean? That's my theory. So, all right. Any other last points?
Evil wife. Maduro was bad.
Was she hot at least?
I don't know, but
up.
through this, I did learn that Pierre Poilievre's wife is Venezuelan, and she's hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Can you pull me up both Nicolas Maduro, a picture of Nicolas Maduro's wife, and for no reason whatsoever, a picture of Pierre Poilievre's wife? And don't make it weird, but make it
I'm going to look it up myself.
ChatGPT, I feel like, is not going to let me do this. I have a feeling that they're going to have some sort of issue with this. It's getting started. We'll see.
Oh, I mean, Maduro, definitely not.
No, tough.
Ugh.
I mean, she might have been a fine-looking lady at one point. That Venezuelan sun is fucking hot. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, she just might have. That just might be poorly aged. They're pulling me up. The people at home can see the image that's getting pulled up. I don't know what the middle thing in this is about to be. There's two ladies on either side, and it looks like Ron Jeremy in the middle. Sorry, we couldn't create. I don't want you to create an image. I don't want you to create an image, you psycho. I want you to
He's mixing them too. Yeah, that's what I thought they might do.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's Pierre Poilievre's wife next to him.
Better.
Yeah.
Better. But, I mean, he's a younger man, right? I'm assuming Maduro's up there.
Yeah, but I think she's just normal life. Like, I'm not saying 10 out of 10, but she's normal life hot. Like, that's a girl you'd swipe on.
Sure. Yeah. That's a normal hot lady.
Yeah,
absolutely. Sample. Let's see. Okay. Celia Flores. She didn't even take his last name. That's some dictator that's some Winnie Mandela shit right there.
I'm telling you, that's what I heard, is that she's behind everything. Hillary Clinton Flores.
All right. Well, maybe wouldn't it be sick? I love that she's just chilling in a hotel. I hope she gets loose. I hope she gets loose in New York City. Wouldn't that be fun?
I bet she's loose. I know what you mean. I get you.
Well, maybe Pierre Poilievre will get up in there too. All right. That's whatever. I don't think anyone probably learned very well. Actually, we learned a lot about Guyana.
Yes.
This is an excellent episode if you wanted to learn about Guyana. And if you wanted to feel a little bit better about the situation in Venezuela, if you wanted to take a black pill on Venezuela and a red pill on Guyana, this was the episode for you.
Correct.
Yeah. Anyways, fight in the comments. Bye.